Hi, how are you? Welcome to Gold Nugget, JAW_success. If this is your first time to the channel, let me welcome you. If you have already subscribed, let me thank you for joining me on this growth path. Today, my nugget is persistence. Now, many times as individuals, this being a new year, at the beginning of a new year, many of us, we start and we make resolution and we say, this is what I'm going to be doing this year. But somewhere between the resolution being echoed from our lips and the middle of the year, sometimes not even that far, we forget what we set out to accomplish. We do not have persistence, that kind of thing that makes us get up and go and push forward is no longer in our spirit. Now, if you look at growth, many of us think that growth is something that would happen off the bat for us. Because I have a good idea, it will succeed. Because I have the right connection, it will work. No, growth takes place because we are persistent. It takes place because we have something on the inside. Let me use this. The difference between the four levels of seed that Jesus spoke about in the parable of the sower or the parable of the seed is that the last seed which fell on good ground, it only bare, not because, we all say it bared because it fell on good ground. No, it bared because of persistence. The other three seeds did not bear, not because one found itself on the wayside, not because the other found itself on stony ground, or because the other found itself among thorns. It bared because of what it had on the inside. Persistency is what we have on the inside. Persistency leads to consistency, or consistency happens because we are persistent in what we set out to do. In other words, we are going to push against whatever is in the way so that we will achieve the success we want. It's not because somebody else gives us the favor. It's because we will not allow what we have on the inside to be eaten or taken away from us by the birds of life. What do I call the birds of life? The pressures of life, whether it be family requirements, whether it be a job requirement, whether it be the fact that somebody else have done it before, so I'm never going to be able to be good at it because somebody else did it before. No, we do not allow the birds of life to steal what we have. We keep pushing forward. We keep going after that which we have set our minds to. Neither do we allow the stones of life to take away stuff from us. Whether it be sickness, whether we lost our job, whether we did not think the friends that we had would hurt us or those kind of stuff. We do not allow that which we have no control over to determine what we have control over. Persistence says, I have control over something. I have control over my own will. I will react this way. I will determine that this is how I am going to do this thing. And even if somebody do not agree with me, or even if somebody do not like how I am going to do it, this is how I am going to do it. Let's put it this way. Everything that we go after might not be accepted by everybody. A matter of fact, if you do things for everybody to like you, guess what? You will not succeed, because it doesn't matter how good you are, some persons will not like you. So you cannot allow the stones of life to rob you of your goal. A matter of fact, you cannot allow the thorns of life to choke out of you what is supposed to be deep down in your spirit, deep down in your heart. Because guess what? If you are going to grow, and bear anything at all, you have got to be fully convinced about what you have on the inside. And persistence mean I am going to keep kicking against the prick. I'm going to keep fighting against that which is holding me ransom, holding me hostage, holding me at its mercy. I know we're living in a difficult time when things seems to be pressuring us not to go in the direction we want to go. And by and large, we just feel like giving into the flow. But no, anybody who gives into the flow, gives into the vicissitude of life, will never allow themselves to dig deep enough into the ground of life to achieve or accomplish what they want. So I am saying to you, persist, push against the stones that are there, push against the birds. There was this analogy that I saw some years ago where there was a pelican, I think it was, trying to eat a frog, and the frog held on to the pelican's neck till the pelican's eyes began to pluck out. It would not allow the pelican to swallow it. This is what I'm saying to you in this nugget. Hold on to the necks of the bird of life so that they don't swallow you up. It is possible to be swallowed up in the COVID pandemic. It is possible to be swallowed up by the fact that you lost your job. It's possible to be swallowed up by the fact that you lose a loved one, the marriage fall apart, you lost the job, as I said before. It's possible that the stones of life will prevent you from going where you want. You know, it's as if the resources that you think you should have, you are not getting them. You know, sometimes when I look at how am I going to publish my books, as you can see in the background, I have my latest book, Separation, A Bitter Pill to Swallow, and I have my 2 other books in the background, We Want You to Fly, What Your Parents Are Really Trying to Say, and Smorgasbord. 3 books that I have written out of not having the kind of resources that some people have. But at the end of the day, they are available on Amazon and they are available to be there. Yes, lack of resources can stop you from growing. But if you recognize that you have something that the world needs, if you recognize that you have something that the world can use or the world cannot do without, you will push against the stones of life. We don't always have the resources to bring us to where we want to go, but we have something on the inside that will push us to go where we want to go if we are persistent. And so I'm saying to you in this nugget, push against whatever lack you have, whatever insufficiency that you have, whatever need or necessity you have to get you to the place where you should go. Because in life, what we achieve out of life is not based upon the surrounding, the environment, but what we are willing to do in our own selves with what is in the environment to get us to where we want to go. I will stop by saying this. Every one of us have some form of resources. It's just for us to find it, work at it, and continue to work at it. Every one of us have something that if we sow into it, if we push ourselves hard enough and long enough, it will materialize into what we want. A matter of fact, it will attract the things we want, because the way the Lord, some people will say the universe, the way the Lord set it is that you will never be pushing, forcing yourself to accomplish something, and the resources, the destiny helpers don't come along to help you. And this is what I'm saying in this nugget. You show your persistence, your consistency, because when you show that, something will show up to help you along the journey. This is JAW saying to you, by all means necessary, find a way out, because by all means necessary, you will succeed if you are persistent. All right? God bless you. Bye.